Toni VanderHeyden is back with us tonight from Sold On Toni, powered by Keller Williams Realty Signature. Hi, how are you?
Hi, really great.
Yeah, good to see you. It's the busiest time of the year, kind of in general, I think, but especially when it comes to homes. Why is this the busiest time of the year for you guys?
A lot of people tend to schedule their moves. You know what, actually, here's an interesting fact. When I meet with a seller, many times they're on cycles, so if I meet with them in the fall, most likely they purchase that home in the fall. It's very interesting to see that. After 20 years of real estate, I just figure these things out. But a lot of people will choose the spring because kids' school years are ending. It's just a natural time to be able to pack up, move, still get in a vacation and get into a new house.
Sure.
So it's not uncommon. But normally our busy season starts in the middle of February. This year, because of a couple different economic reasons, it actually pushed until about the first part of April.
Oh wow,
it was
that's
very odd.
a jump.
It's huge jump, huge jump. So very busy. So we lost about a month and a half of people saying, "No, I don't think I'm going to move."
Do you think it's going to stretch? Like the busyness is going to last a little bit longer?
I would hope so, but my prediction would be September. It'll start slowing down a little bit.
It's going to snow.
Yeah, it's going to
snow by then. Really.
Probably will.
Yeah. Is there a specific time that is better for someone to put their house on the market and sell?
You know, it's important to always put your house on the market when it's time for your family or yourself to move. That's the most important. Outside of that, if no one has any constraints, like a job move, for example, then I would say the best time to go on market is when there's not as much competition, which we really don't have a lot of competition right now just because there's not a lot of homes. In fact, we're hovering a little less than 200 homes on market right now, and we should have about 2,400 homes on market. That's, yeah, it's very interesting.
That's
it's
a
very
lot less.
interesting. So buyers have a hard time winning a deal because there's so many buyers needing houses.
So if you are thinking about selling your house right now, it's like, it is a good time.
Yes, you're gonna make the most money ever right now.
Wow.
I promise you that.
That's a good promise.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I can actually back that one up.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have a trade-in program. Tell us about that.
Well, for example, if you were gonna buy a home and yet you already have a home that you need to sell, well, the next seller, especially with what I just described, is not gonna wait around for you to sell your home.
Yeah.
That would be a contingency. I'll offer you X on this home, but could you please wait because I still have to sell my home? Well, when there's cash offers out there or non-contingent offers, which means I don't have to sell a home, I'll just come buy yours, you will never win. And so what we had to do as a team, we had to come up with some kind of program that would help solve that problem. And so what we do is we actually buy your home, freeing you up to allow you to go ahead and purchase that next home without the need to sell.
That's helpful.
It's very helpful. It's very helpful. So any other details, I mean, we can definitely get into that.
Yeah.
But we've really been able to help a lot of families get through that.
Yeah, that's huge because
it is.
It's so much stress. Even just thinking about, I don't even live in a house, and you were explaining like thinking about that, and I'm stressed for that imaginary person.
We just had a situation where a person decided to sell their home on their own.
Okay.
Fantastic if it works. However, what happened is without professional guidance, they picked the wrong buyer who then showed up and said, guess what? I don't have the money to buy your home. The sad thing is that this seller went on to buy another home and they were combining, mom was gonna move in with them. I mean, everything was landing on this next house. They called us in desperation because they knew that we could help them.
That's awesome that you were able to help them.
We were able to help.
So tell me a little bit about the Instant Buy and Effortless Flip program.
Just yesterday, we had a situation. I got a call from one of my listing agents and he said, Toni, we got a couple that need to move out of town. They have a job relo and we're just gonna need to buy their house. And so we did. Pretty sure we did.
Just like instantly.
I'm teasing. We do this all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they were in a pickle and they were like, hey, will you buy my house? Well, here's the fun thing. I called a couple different agents. I was like, hey, who's got a buyer in this area? And, you know, just with the camaraderie and the networking of the agents, we were able to help that person too.
That's
so,
great.
you know, we might sell a lot of real estate. We really solve problems.
Yeah.
You know, there's just a lot of things to address in real estate.
Yeah, and like you said, there are people out there who probably think because of the market they can sell their house themselves, but having an expert is just way better.
Well, the interesting thing is they could go on market, accept an offer where with our marketing, and exposing that home to the market of the best buyers out there,
Right.
I can get them into a bidding war and get them actually more money.
Which is always the answer.
Well,
More money.
Why not? If you can
Yeah.
do it right now, why not?
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. You're always teaching us a lot about buying and selling homes. If you want to reach out to Toni, look at your screen. There's so many ways, including popping up your camera and scanning that flow code in the bottom right-hand corner. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we are off to Rock Valley College, and then Lil Zim and JB Love from Q98.5 are back. They're going to tell us about the flannel jam. We'll be right back.